Hi everyone, welcome to another How's Coin Finds, and just bear with me 2 secs while I just little YouTube background music, probably a bit loud. Let me just turn this down. And I'll be moving in 2 seconds. That's it. And I can see what's going on. It's right over here, out of the way. Well, here we go, get that in focus. Okay, so I've got $220 worth of ones here. So we'll have a look through. I'm just going to take my jacket off. It's a bit warm in this room here. Got cooler temperatures in Vic for the next week. Michael, how you going? NN, how you going? And it's going to be a lot cooler than in the 20s, which is really good. So anyway, I'll go this one first because we got the, I'll go this one because a coin fell out, but it looks like I'm missing $1. Oh, they ripped me off. And it's not in the bag or anywhere. So, I don't know. I've been ripped off $1 for sure. Normally if they find them, they sticky tape them up. You'll see them with sticky tape on them. But this one, the dollar must have dropped out somewhere. And it got worse, tore a little bit more when I got home. Anyway, we'll see what's in here. I've got a few lights on. I can put more on if I need it, but I think that might be alright as it is. Might be a little overexposed, but it shows up better. I've got my light coming from the right, so it looks like I'm going to have shadows across it. No, I think I've had too many coffees this morning. So I've got it really close, so I don't have to zoom up too far. Nothing there. Wisey, how you going, buddy? Who sent me? Okay, somebody sent me an email with the 2009 with a massive cud on the coming off the mouth there. I don't know if it's a 2009 Mobberoos or the I can't remember what it is. It the Choggin is the 2009. I can't remember now. I should know. It's too early in the morning. Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, but somebody sent me an email with a big cud right on the chin. It looked like it. I couldn't get a real close up of it. Yeah, it looks bright. Yeah, I'll just see if I turn this down a little bit. I can tone these down. That's going up. I'll go down. That might be a little better. Yeah, I think that's probably a little better, is it? Let me see. Yeah, a bit hard on my screen, on my phone. It's a little darker, but don't forget, excuse me, everybody's got their own settings on their screen too. So you know, it's not always the video and that. It could be you've got your screen settings. I don't know. Let me just. I've got to take this. Just bear with me, I'm doing a message to my wife. Yeah. Oh, so I can do messages while I'm on here. I didn't know I could do that. I thought it cut me off, but it didn't. Oh yeah, so that was NN. Oh, it was a 2009 $2. Oh, okay. I thought it was a $1. Because I didn't see the back of it, of course. and I mightn't have read what you put there. I think you just put a 2009. I don't know if you didn't see what it was. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, that was pretty good. But I couldn't make it out exactly too well because I didn't know if the actual, if it was a CUD on there or there was dye fill around it, around the mouth, and it made that stand out. I couldn't really zoom it up, and I couldn't see a 3D shot of it to see if it was raised or if it was level with this and it was just eaten away. So it looked like a CUD, but it was quite large. And when I zoomed up, I just thought there was a bit of material missing from around the mouth, which it could be that, and it makes that bit stand out. And it's a bit of dye wear, not a dye chip, because it was pretty low, a bit weird, that one. But anyway, good find on $2. You don't find many errors on $2 obverse. In fact, yeah, very hard to find anything. Oh, it was raised, okay, yeah, cool, yeah. Yeah, very nice, yeah, because you don't, $2 coins, yeah, for finding errors on the obverse. Very, you know, you get your rim CUDs, that's what $2 get. Rim CUDs, offsets, you know, the 99s, they all got them, common as. And you get a bit of the lamination floor, bit of dye fill, but you don't get too many cut errors and die cracks and all that on the obverse. They're really scarce on the $2. 14, what's it like? I've turned those lights down, but it's all right on the screen here. But for me to see it, it's not that bright around on past the screen when I take it away. It's a bit dark. Yeah. Into the bucket. Well, that one didn't have nothing, so I'll get back to that 2001. See if we can get a rotate or something, you know. Would be nice. I put cream on my hands because they were a bit dry and I didn't want, you know, all the bits while I'm going through the coins for you guys looking at. No rotating. We're looking for the large head. Well, I don't know if I'm too close now. I might have to pick it up. Let's see. So looking for the large head on there. Anyway, that's the all spaced IRB. Just there, but that's all joined. And you can get two obverse. You got the thick letter and you can get thin. So look for that and look for the rotate. Yeah, it might be a bit close, but it's good for me because I can see, so I'm sorry about that. But because I've only got the screen to look at, I need another zinc. I got zinc the other day. That's all right. GACH 2. Z for zinc. No worries, keep that one. 26 of them, A to Z. They brought them out 2019, 2021 and 2022. They didn't bring any out in 2020. Missed that one. And they're all low mints and got their collectible coin in there. The 2019 has the A for Australia Post, and that's got the it's got the letter privy mark that's on it, on the A for Australia Post in the 2019. The 2021 was the coloured G for the Great Barrier Reef, and 2022 was the coloured X for the Crux Southern Star. And I don't know, probably bring out one this year, but it'd be good if they pre-made them last year, eh? And they bring them out with the Queen on there. Anyway, that's a real good score. 2017. Don't find many of them. They're probably a scarcer of the 5 at 1.9 million. You don't find many of them, but they're all low mint though. So 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. I haven't looked over if anybody's writing it. I'll do that in a tick. I just want to get through them. No rotate on that. No rabbit ears on that. No lamb floors. No missing letters. 2006 been scarred up. 2007 don't find much on them. Might get a cut or two on here. Just look, but they don't damage up very much. 2005, that's a mule. So that's a 2006 reverse on the 2005, which should have been the Dancing Man all year. Somebody by mistake got the 2006 reverse and they put it in there. Mint found it before it went out and they minted 5.7 million compared to the up to 15,000 mules for the 2001 $1.10. So they minted heaps of them, so people didn't have to pay mega dollars to get a mule. And that is a mule, gazetted mule, 2005. So you want a mule? Get a 2005. Try and get one in top neck. That's the hardest bit. And they're low, mint, 5.7. Looking for the card, die cracks, any die cracks, any cards, anything else. 2008, most prolific $1 coin for getting errors on. You'll get CUDs anywhere there, here, all down the one, tail, boxing glove, die cracks off the back. You'll get CUDs on the back here. You'll get CUDs all down the biceps here, in the ears and on the face. They're the worst $1 we got for errors, 2008. And 2009 to some extent as well. What the hell's happened here? What's going on there? He's just been hit. See that? Look at that. That's possibly fingerprints. I'd have to look closer. Print off something. But it's just been hit. Anyway, that's what the 2005 should have been for the year. It's got slight offset there. Bit of damage going on the, I'd say that's on the edge of the die, the guttering. You know, if it got worse, that would be one big long cut or something there. It's slight, let me see, is it slight off? Yeah, it's slightly off center. Is it a tilted die? Is the tilted die the cause? Looks like it to me again, 99% of the time. You can see it goes from shallow, as it goes deeper into here, and that's another vertical tilted die, and that's exactly what you would expect when you get a tilted vertical tilted die. You get that. It just didn't make it. But what made it on there from the die, looks like the die edge was probably a bit ruined too. Anyway, excuse me. I'll give you a basis. If you need to learn more, you got to do what I do, and that's research it, you know. Yeah, you got to do research. You never stop. I never stop. I was 24 years, or longer than 25, because it was mid-90s, or probably early 90s I started getting the coins, but not until probably 98 or so, getting a bigger interest. Then 99, definitely from 99 onwards. Then started collecting error coins, but mostly I was into pre-decimal. So that was my mainstay, was pre-decimal coins, Australian pre-decimals. Which I haven't really gotten into for a long time. Oh, I should look over here, see what you guys might be saying there. Yeah, that background's alright, isn't it? Just luck. But just with camera work, I know that I could put all those lights on and put a white background, and the camera will adjust for that white background by making its aperture all change to adjust to it. So putting a dark background, you need less lights because the camera will adjust for a darker background, like you're inside or it's cloudy or something. So a little bit darker background. If you got less lights, and if you got tons of lights, you want a lighter background. No large hit on that, no rotate, and don't forget you can get the thin and thick. You need a couple together to notice them, but they are very noticeable. 14, I'll just keep that with that 17 in case I get a set. Keep putting my finger there, don't I? Every line. That's the center camera there. I am right-handed, but like I said, if I put my hand there, it gets a bit dark. No large head, just looking for that all spaced. No rotate, again you get thin and thick. Here we go, lettering 17. Oh, look at that, I'm making a liar of me. A 2017, nice conditions, got some milky spots, a bit dusky, but it's still got its luster there. So that's 2 17s, that's alright. Yeah, I'm right-handed, but I feel comfortable with the right hand, and like I said, with the shadows. I don't know, I think, oh, let me see, I've got that in the way, but I got arthritis in the right hand in these, in 3 of them, so I could end up dropping a lot of them. That's not a bad 94 if you needed one. Everything you need is in the noodle. If you want it, get some coins and find it, because they're definitely out there. These are one of the worst minted. I don't even worry about this stuff being like really light, hardly you can see it, nearly worn out, because they all are. They must have cut that scalp, they must have done that so shallow that I reckon anything other than an uncirculated is worn. Not worn, it's just weak. If it was a weak strike to start with, and that you find them nearly gone. And the funny thing is, I don't even worry about them. 2011. Let me just clear off some of these coins here. Yeah, funny that hit you right in the face all the time, that they actually got dye. Well, I don't know, I just don't worry about them. They're just a really bad minted coin. Really bad. Design not deep enough. Well, the design in that's great, but they just went a bit tight on the digging in and getting it some definition. I've got this camera so close, that's why I'm playing it. I might hit it, and if I hit it, we could be in for bloopers plus. So I'll stick with the left hand, because I'll see. Because yeah, it plays up my right hand. I end up dropping them everywhere. Let me have a look. $2012 Australia souvenir coin. The souvenir ones. Yeah, well, you know, if that's the ones that's in the perspex, the souvenir coins, the dog and the tucker box, well, that ain't there anymore, is it? I don't think. There's 2 designs on this, the small and large. Yeah, so they're a bit like, you know, they're all the attractions have got all those coins. They do them in aluminium and make them look like copper or bronze, or they can do silver colour, but they're not of any value metal. well, they are all valuable to some extent, the metal, but not silvers or anything, all plated. You know, yeah, they can be $5 or something, $5 to $10, I suppose, if you can get someone to buy them. They're pretty hard. I've had a few of them. Senator Georgie's got Sovereign Hill ones there. I had Sovereign Hill ones that I bought at Sovereign Hill. Beautiful looking, real heavy too. And they took I put them on for sale years after I've been there, of course. We're talking like I put them on there like 10 or 15 years after I got them. I mean, I got them in probably the 80s or something. And they took ages to sell. And I think I got $10 each for them. Anyway, so there's two of these, 2003. There's the large design, which is this one. Closer to the edge here is the end of the trident. There's hardly any tip here. It's about 0.3. Closer to the edge from the D. The gap is smaller here. On the small, the other one you get is small. And the gap is about that width there is what you're looking for down here. And up here, it's about 0.6, 0.7 of a mil that you can see. So you can actually see a lot more of that first trident point there, or fork. Yeah, so look for them, 10 million. I get 2 or 3 large to every small one. And look for these, they get large rim cuds on them too, really large on both sides. And you can get her with a cud just there on the forearm. There. I think I've had something with it on, I've had up here too. I've had many errors on this coin, so just look at it around up here for cuds too. Come on. Let me just adjust this other one. Not that way. I want it, maybe that one's a little bright. Just in the light. Yeah, I've got them all pretty dim, you know, and there's me been really ramping up the lights around here. But putting the blue background, I've got my lights on and I've got them all dimmed down half, you know. Nothing there. No. That looks like the thick lettering. It's been through a bit of hell, that one. 94. Yeah, not very good at all. Isn't it funny, I finished with a 2011. The last one, and that 2009 is the older person's. That's right. I couldn't remember when I said this one, didn't I? So the 2009 Mobaroos, and the other one is the older person's 2009. The one with the different reverse. There's well 3 reverse varieties to get on that. Because yeah, there's three different ones on there, and yeah, I don't know. I was saying to Stephen Curry there, because he was the one that told me about that he believed he found one that had a different one on the back, and from there I started collecting many of them. I got about, I don't know, 40 or 50 or something, and put them all together, and I found 3 different ones on there. So between me and Stephen, we got 3 varieties, because I don't know which one is the original one that they decided to use. And without the mint telling us, it could be the thinner, the thicker, the Charlie Chaplin feet I call it, the straight top, the nosedive. Yeah, I don't know which one. This is a small one. I don't know which one they minted very first. So because of that, they're all varieties. There's 3 different ones on the back. So you can see here, this is the small one. And it's funny, I've found about 4 of them in the last few noodles. 4 or 5 of them is the first small. So you can see that trine's a lot longer than this one. The distance from the one is different. The try and get some light on it. You can see that that matches that distance there, whereas on this one it's thinner. And so that's all you do. Look there. If it matches that, you've got a small one. See, because it's the same distance. Real weird that I picked that up, but anyway. And on the wider one, she's wider across here because they had to stretch the design to here. She's thinner, she's wider. And so that's a small one, yeah. And same thing, look out for the cuds on them too. So they've got the 2 of them, that's a pair. The small and large design. Keep those now, I found that one. Yeah, 10 million, I find, you know, 3 or 4 to 1. So if that's the case, the small ones are around 2 to 3 million they minted, and the other 7 or 8 is the standard. Not the standard. We don't know which one's the standard because the mint doesn't know which one they minted first. So they're a variety of each other as well. That's why the 2009 same boat as these. Unless we knew which one was minted first, we can't say which is the variety. They're both varieties. They could have done this one first, that'd be variety. They did this one first, this is the variety. We don't know, they don't know. So they're both varieties. The 2009 age persons, that's exactly the same with the 3 on the back. Until we know which one they minted first, they're all varieties of each other. There's no standard from them. And you can't, and no one can pick and say which one's which because they don't know. We can't, unless the mint certifies it and tells us which one was minted first. If anybody says anything that that's the first one, they're just taking a guess and they just like that one. But even if you find one that's the most, it doesn't matter. It might have been the last one they did. And so they did the most. But it could have been the first one they did and they did the most. So again, on mintage and what you find does not determine which one got minted first. We need the mint to tell us. As always, with anything we need the mint to confirm and tell us. Nothing here, come on. Over 2003. And that's a small as well. So that's 2 out of what, 5? Plus that one I found there, so 2 out of 6. There you go, fish. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Let me just read what's up there. I've been busy doing that, so yeah, that's right. If you're in the shade, yeah, if you're out in the sun, anyway, white backgrounds will give you, if you've got lots of light, white background. Your camera will adjust and bring the contrast down, bring down the aperture on it and the ASA. And if you want it brighter, with less light, just start off with a darker colour. But if you go full black, it'll, you know, you just do your range of what you want. But if you're in very little light, you'd want to be a full black background, and that'll brighten it up as best as what the camera can do anyway. So let me just finish that one. Just toss these off. So we got fish, and he's barbecuing, I gather. And yeah, doing very well, buddy. Running the barbecue grill, burgers and dogs on the menu, a couple of frosty pints. Yeah, that sounds excellent. Yeah, because it's Sunday for you guys, isn't it? And it's Monday morning here. So your Sunday night is around 8 o'clock or so, I gather. Somewhere there, 8 PM. And yeah, top thing to be doing on a Sunday night, having a barbie and throw a few shrimp on the barbie, mate. 5:47. Oh, okay. So you're 14 hours behind. Yeah, 9. No, you're 16 hours. 16 hours behind us here in Melbourne. So, where are you on the east coast? I gather. Fish? You must be. You must be on the east coast, and the real weird thing is the east coast is closer to Australia than the west coast, but the east coast is, I'm pretty sure, is, yep, east coast. Yeah, isn't it weird? There's the east coast of America, and there's Australia. And isn't it weird that closer, but you're further away? Hawaii's here. Hawaii's like 20 hours, and they're just across to here. That's because the world goes around that way and back for the time. So even though you're a skip across, you're at the end of the, well, you know, Hawaii and that out here is getting to the 24-hour mark, and then it goes to 0 again. So 0, go past Australia, go all the way around, come back to you guys at 20 hours, not 16, but you're only this far away. Isn't that weird? Yeah, there you go. That's always weird, that. The east coast is closer to us, and yet you're further away time limit. Yeah, that's really weird. Florida. Oh, man. Florida. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I'm thinking the west coast is closer to us. What am I talking about? Not the east coast. The west coast is closer to us, and yet they're a skip away. Sorry, yeah, I was going the wrong way. That's not the east coast. That's the west coast of America and Australia. And there's, you know, you go to Hawaii, 20 hours, and it's just a skip. And Florida's over this side, of course, so 16. Then you go into middle of America, 18, or what, 18 over here. You hit Hawaii, 20 hours, and so on. And yet the distance is here because you've got to go around, the world comes around past this way to us. For the time. Yeah, it's really weird shit. Yeah, Florida, mate, beautiful, eh? Going down to Maralinga, whatever the hell Donald's place is called down there. I can't remember. Mar-a-Lago, isn't it? Yeah. Mate, I'd love to be down there. Mate. Miami Vice, mate. All the way. It just looks beautiful. You can have some bad weather, I know that, but mate, you know, it's pretty stunning down there. The fishing, mate, I'd have a ball. I wish I was rich, I tell you. If I was rich, I'd be down there having a good time. Look around, that's for sure. Yeah, that's right. I had fish stumped there, yeah. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Yeah, I meant west coast, not east coast. Yeah, that's blown you away. This one's picked up a little cud here. What year is this? 2016. One of my ones that I say are minted extremely well, which they are, but doesn't mean they're error free. There you go. He's got a nice cut on the back of the ears there. You know, it's not rabbit ears. They're just not big enough. And he's got something going on, possibly, no, just shadowing. Yeah, just shadowing there. But, you know, I can't call that rabbit ears. I've got to start saying, I mean, to say rabbit ears just automatically tells somebody where it is, you know. It's more or less a designation point. Everyone knows it's that top kangaroo there, unless you specify the other one underneath. There was something going to go on beyond that ear, you can see, just that tiny bit there. But it's a die crack anyway. It's turned into a blob, and it's attached to his ears. Yeah, so, you know, mini rabbit ears, or just the cud beyond the kangaroo ears. Can't think of a name to give that, really, other than that rabbit ears. That's probably why everybody says it. Otherwise, just playing out cud, top kangaroo, behind the ears. Alright, zoom down a bit. But anyway, that was nice 2016, pretty common. And the 2016s, funny enough, that one's not common, really, because all the 2016s are always massive, and they truly are rabbit ears. And the 2016 and the 2000 and the 1998s, they get the biggest. They get them right out here. And they get them so big that the actual cud that makes the kangaroo look like it's got rabbit ears, the cud itself, if you look at it from the right-hand side looking back to the ears, it actually looks like a rabbit itself on the back of the kangaroo. If you got any, have a look and you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's a rabbit ears, and the cud looks like a rabbit. Weird that we gave that name to that as rabbit ears, and the cud you can find on there is shaped like a rabbit. That's a blowout if you start going on the quantums on that one. But yeah, strange things happen. Make you go around the twist. Alright, looking for cuds on these little beads here. I've got them just here, 2 of 25 years of noodling. I've only ever found 4 of these 88s with errors on them. I had one with filled in dye fill on here, the beads were missing. Dye fill here where the beads are missing. I'll re-say that 5, and then 2 here with small cuds coming off the beads, and then I had one with something was going on in him. I think it might have been a little die crack or something in the kangaroo there. So look, anyway, check. But yeah, so 25 years and 5. So they minted extremely well. So really hard. If you find something with an error on them, that's scarce, yeah. Yep. So we're rocking along. I'm not doing too bad. 37 minutes, halfway through. With all the waffle. Just can't help it, you know. Every coin's got a story. I can tell you now. Alright, then the Tic Tacs. Go through this one. Sorry about the noise, I know it probably tears right through, but anyway, people might like that. Some people do. Close, isn't it? Better back that down a bit. Yeah, that's better. I think that's a rotate. Let's see. 99. Let's move them out. Yeah, correct. Yeah, 30 degrees out. Another one. So every hour on the clock is 30 degrees, 30 times 12, 360. Yeah, so that's 30 degrees out, another one. 99s, you know, I'm keeping all of them. I'm nearly up to 20 now, International Year of Older Persons. Yeah, they're rotates. Got to keep all your rotate ones. They'll be worth tons in the future. Jobby, how you going, buddy? Alright. Too bad, gotta flip the burger fish, yeah. Michael, yeah, you won your 2006 dime with the, what do you got? 2006 dime with cut all down his face and on his ear. Would it have any value? Yeah, yeah. Does somebody wants to collect them? Oh, look, I could have had a mule there and I was busy talking. But I've had a fair few American coins, world coins with errors that I found. And if I had that, with that then, I haven't seen it, but I'm taking a guess what it looks like. You know, 12, 15 bucks, I'd say, for that. If it's that good, if it's got it all down there, like you said, on the ear and it stands out and it looks really good, and the dime's in really top nick for a 2006, you know, start from that and then minus away from that for condition and what it's beaten up and whatever else, you know. But anywhere from 8 bucks to 15 bucks anyway. Australian, that is. Yeah, look, the international, Australian, it don't matter. They all go for around the same prices. Unless the coins are low mint, you know, unless there's something about that coin. Key date, something, you know. They're all pricing the same as Australian coins are for selling them. So don't look to say, oh, I've got an overseas coin here in Australia with an error on it. Oh, it's worth tons of money. Nah, man. Just put it in there. Just take away Australia, take away the country that it comes from. Look at what the error is, see what the mintage is, and just base it the same as on Australia prices for coins, because that's all they go for. There's no big deal about you having a coin from overseas here in Australia with errors on them, unless the coin itself is a big deal. So yeah, so you know, you can have your internationals and get errors and all that, and yeah, the pricing is going to be the same. Did I just turn over? Yeah, so 35 years of the $1. AUNS, the Discovery Hunt, $1 Discovery Hunt, released by the Mint. Same year as the Post Office did their GACH one. The Great Australia Coin Hunt. This was the Great Australia Discovery $1 Hunt. And they put it out before Post Office as well. So anyway, 3 of them, 1.5 mil. They're privy marked, and I say in it with privies, mint marks, or counter stamps. Keep them all, keep as many as you can. And this has got 2 privy marks, because it's got 35 there, and a privy mark there. And that's staying in line with the Mint's rule that no coins that go into circulation will have a mint mark on it. So they'll never put mint marks on coins they release into circulation. They can do privy marks till their ears drop off. But they made a proclamation in 1964 for the new decimal coins that no decimal coin will have or bear a mint mark. That's circulating, not the carded ones. That's why they put them on cards and do mint marks, but they're never released into circulation. So that's the ruling. And so anybody can put a privy mark on the coin, including the Mint itself, because it never ruled that. But the Mint can never put, or any Mint can put a mint mark on a coin that we will handle as normal change. That's the rule, that's the law. All right, what do you got? Still going. But that wasn't too bad, Nick, that. Oh, Christine, hello. Sorry, I haven't looked over there. Drizzling in Adelaide. Yeah, we got, it's the clouds, it's all over, all the heat's gone. Yeah, it's just, the air feels wet. It's damp. The day was damp. Yeah, it's really weird, but yeah, temperatures are right down to 20s all week, which is really good. Alright, 93, get the error in that. The cement mark on these are just like tiny. I can't remember now, is it down here? They're tiny anyway, the mint mark on these. Same as on the 96 Parks ones there. You nearly missed them. There goes my dog. So I can't do nothing about it at all. If I shout at him, he'll just be worse. My daughter's probably getting him to be quiet. And he doesn't bark. He'll stop. There's probably somebody walking past or a dog. Look at now, I can't get up there, but I can zoom up, but it's not worth it. I can't see nothing there. Something caught my eye, I would have. Oh, that's the one. 2009 aged persons, is it? Or pension? Age pension. I was mixing aged persons with the older persons, you know. Anyway, I mixed them, but they're still old, eh? Same as me. I'm not on that yet. Yeah, this is the one that Stephen Curry had told me about, and then I got a ton together, and I found that there's 3 reverses on this. So just check all your ones, get as many as you can, put all the ones together, and I mean, I took all mine back to the bank. I may as well start keeping a few so I can show the ones that I believe is the 3 different ones, which I haven't been doing. I've been telling everyone I haven't kept them. Yeah, so we don't know which one's the actual standard for the reverse because we got no idea which way they started, which one they did first. So it doesn't matter anyway. You can take your favourites being the first, but you can't go on mintage figures. You can't do it. You can't go on anything. Absolute fresh air to even contemplate picking which one it is until the mint tells us which one they minted and why. They had 3 different ones. Could have been 3 different places made their dies for them as well, and each one did their own privy mark by changing the one on there. So we got the small, the large design here. The small is the same distance as that. I just showed you before. 10 million of them, 2 to get. Small and large, look for the distance here. Large is that distance. The small ones is as thick as that. Which, as I said, I'll keep that one because I got. That's the small design there because I just found one before. You can see that the gap there is the same as that. So just look, gap thick, and the large, the gap is smaller. And the trident is longer. And they both, oh no, that's the small and large. You can see the distance from the one, the D across. Distance down the bottom there. Anyway, so they're small and large. 10 million, 3 or 4 to 1, 3 or 4 large, they'd be small. Just get rid of these. A little bit of room. Getting there. Yeah, it's dry everywhere, all around here. The councils are extremely late. They're like 6 months late getting all the grasses cut here, out in the west here. It's dry as, and they're starting to do them all now, but they're like 6 months late. They should have, they hadn't been cut for about 3 or 4 months, I reckon. So, well, they're 3 months late. And they're just on the nature strips, and the nature strips down the roads are really wide, and you know, 2 and 3 feet dry grass. One light on that, in seconds it's 10 feet. In 20 seconds it's bloody 20 metres. I've been in them and they just grow like you can't. You'd need 20 people with you at the one time to stomp them out and get them out. They just you can't. Once they start, mate, that's it. Nice cut on the back there. Yeah, sort of rabbit ears, I suppose. I don't know if he's a bit. Yeah, I've got to go. Yeah, I'm too close for it. Anyway, so yeah, that's a nice big one there. Don't know what years. 2008, 9. 2008. So yeah, another cud. I'll zoom it up so we can see a bit closer. Yeah, die chip, rabbit ear area. Anyway, you can just go back down to another one. Better watch me. Don't throw out the ones I'm keeping. Zoomy, not too much. Yeah, so this one I can't pick. No need for me to pick them up because I'm as close as I can. I've got to zoom from there. I can't lift it to the camera. That's why I put it down low so I didn't have to lift them, and I keep forgetting I'll lift them. If I want to go show anything, I just got to zoom up. Leave them where they are. Oh, an S. So we want that. Got the S, got the 35 years. So AUS 2019. Cool, that's 2. Now I need an A for a set. Another set. 99. No, that one looks alright. Okay, 97. That's in nice, isn't it? I was hoping there's a small head, not intended for circulation one, because it's in nice neck. But yeah, they used to go for good. Well, I don't know. They still might go for good money, but I used to find them better than that. Like, you know, top like that, and they went for good money. But now everything's just those packet ones and that. They're just down. D for didgeridoo. What a dog! I want O for Outback. And who found one last night? Tassie goes and finds one. I'd missed the first, I don't know, 15 minutes of Taz last night, right? I think it's 15, something like that. Anyway, I got on there and I was saying how he was asking about the GACH ones and favourite ones and stuff, or hardest ones, and I said one of the hardest ones was the Super Duper to find, you know. Well, it was at one stage, it still is, I haven't found one for ages, but that's one I found in Victoria where I am that I was searching for all the time, was the Z for Super Duper in the 2019 Great Australia Coin Hunt. And then I said to him, but I only need one for my set and it's O. And I couldn't remember it was Outback, I should have known, 2002. And he goes, what, this one? And I'm like, yeah. And so he got one. Anyhow. D for didgeridoo, very nice condition, beautiful. All right, that's all right. Got a Z and a D, ZD. These are the other ones, minute little C mint note, right there they get, or MSB, tiny. So yeah, MSBC, only go for Adelaide's on there, and they can be used for ANDA as well. There's no TV, no other mint marks. Keep finding a few 2000s. These get massive rabbit ears and they get a cud between the tail and the corner of that foot and tail. You get a cud there, so look for them. But shocking material that year. Made them horrible now when you find them. They're just bashed, smashed. And they were bad to start with and they're just getting worse. 2009. Nothing there. Alright, what am I down to? Ooh, 2 to go. 2 rolls to go. Alright. Yeah, that's a tricky thing, yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch them snakes too there, yeah, Christine, when the fire's going. That's for sure. The old Joe Blakes, mate, they'll get you. They'll chase you anyway. We used to go snake hunting. Tiger snake hunting. Used to get quite a few of them too. I think I got a home movie somewhere. Catching a few of them, 6 feet long and stuff, real big ones. Used to go in there fearlessly, just chasing them out and catching them by the tail. Anyway, and so forth. But yeah, we used to do that. Crazy. Crazy stuff we did. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Looky, looky. Yeah, common out in the west here, mate. Tiger snakes. I've seen a green tree snake here, and I've seen the black, whatever they are, red belly black snake. Haven't seen any browns though. Yeah, I think that's just been chewed through. Been used something. You know, people use these in their car. Yeah, you know, they're spaces. I mean, there's a million things you can think of to use your coins for. If you know, different places, different people with what they do in hobbies and stuff, and then playgrounds and carnivals and who knows, mate. You know, they stamp those numbers on them so they don't have to buy their tokens, and then they can just use the coins afterwards. You know. So there's plenty of things that people can use these for free of charge for what they need, but they deface them, and then people think they're in error, and they're not. Yeah. Anyway. Nice Anzac to go with those other ones. I'll put that there. And there's that 2014. I'm going to get rid of that 2014 that I did have. I don't know where it's gone. Maybe I didn't keep it. Yeah. Alright, sorry about that. Rotate, rotate. Oh, I think it is a rotate. Hold her right where she should be. Roughly. Yeah, that's out. 30 degrees, another one. That's 2 today. 2 rotates. That's excellent. You wait in 5 years, 10 years, and people, you know, I'm casually finding them. That puts me on about 20, 21 of them. You watch when the day comes, and you're just not finding those rotates because everyone's. And if everyone hasn't started collecting and taking them out, well, they better. Because they're a rotate, and rotates are worth money. They're not instant money coin. But at the moment, I can't sell them for $7 each on eBay. But I could sell a rotate 2001 for 40 to 60 bucks or more, depending on its condition, and they will sell. And yet, so people aren't onto them and don't know about them, or everyone's finding them. I don't know, but there'll come a day. And that 7 that I've got them on for will have a 0 on the end of it. And if you didn't buy them, bad luck. If you don't find them, bad luck. Yeah, they're all the same. They're all exactly the same. I haven't found any of these 99s. I haven't found any of these that are rotated to more than 30 degrees or less. They're always exact same. And that's why I think it was one die. And it didn't rotate like the 2001 did. It got loose and rotated all the way around. The 2001 you get a full clock. This is locked in at 30, which means they put the die in and tightened it up, and it's actually in wrong. So I don't know how many they minted till they realised and rectified it up. But it wasn't a loose die turning, which was the 2001, because it kept rotating around and around and around. This one is constant 30 degrees on every one I found. No depth variation, which means that it was locked into that place, which means it was human error. They put that in there and they didn't lock those grub screws up and well, they didn't check it properly. Anyway, so yeah, so I don't know how many they did, but the point is they are a rotate. I don't know if I'm too close there. Yeah, let me just see, I was just looking at something on. No, I think it's just a knock. Let me get another kangaroo. Oh, sorry. And have a look. Yeah. Don't know if anybody knows what I'm looking at here. Let me just put it here and see. I don't know. Well, what stood out, what I'm looking at is right there in the crutch. See there? Compared to here. See? It's nothing. So it caught my eye there. I thought it was a cud right there. Because that's caught my eye. It's not really, I've got to hold it up, I think, somewhere up here. Anyway, it's probably a knock, just hitting the right spot. But it did look like something was going on there with the coin. When I looked at it like that, you can see how it looks like something going on there. Anyway, I'm not going to fuss over it because it's probably just been hit there. Hit right in the, yeah, right there. Get back to these. Might have to go down a fraction. Yep, too much. Sorry, I'm going to play with your eyes. I've got to get it correct so I can. Oh, have I got the right glasses on? Yeah. Right glasses are on. That'd be a panic if I'd done it all this time with the other ones on. Again. Another rotate. There. 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 So another 30. They're consistent. Every one of them, same 30 degrees. So the die was locked in. And there's none before it. So there's none, just it doesn't gradually get to the 30. They're just all the same. So it didn't slip to there and then grab and stay there. It was put in on 30-degree angle out and they tightened it up. So the mint made a mistake with its placement. It's a displaced die. They displaced it, not loose, but displaced it around. Anyway, I can't point out to everyone. You want to be getting them, I swear, and you want to be keeping all of them. They're a rotate coin. Doesn't matter how frequent we're finding them, or I'm finding them at the moment. That's just pure luck. Pure luck, because I just think nobody's caught on yet. That you should be keeping them. No, that's size, but no, that's not a large head. It's looking for a large head. This is the last roll. Oh, all right. 99. Is this rotated? No. So they're all the ones in good nick. You never find them rotated. No, she's perfect. Oh, so I told you, they get massive rabbit ears on them. All of them can have a one-off large rabbit ears and stuff, but there's ones that are consistently large rabbit ears. That's the 98, the 2000, and the 2016. They're consistent with finding extremely large rabbit ears. And I even think Phil finds and collects, he was saying about he doesn't have many tiny small rabbit ears, so I sent him one or a couple. And that 2016, when I found I said to you with that rabbit ears, that it's a bit unusual because it's the opposite, it's really tiny, and usually the 2016s are massive. So some scarcer ones are actually not what you would think, like the big one being scarce. But in 2016, it's the small. been the scarcer one to find on there. Oh, look how nice that was. I mean, it's crap, but if it was a mule, I would have been happy with that. It's worn evenly, even though it's beaten. It's still got that. There's got a bit of character, I reckon, with that colour in there. Would have looked all right, especially if it was a nice central mule strike on there. Of course, the better the more centre your strike is with that 10 cent, the more it's worth. Yeah, but yeah, that would have been nice. Have Varieties on it, or foot cud. No. 84, 84, 85. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Him, hers, and alls. I'm done there. So let's just have a quick snifter. So 3 rotates. 3 rotates there. All rotated that much. So they're all out at 30 degrees there. Then I got a Z and a D. Australia Coin Hunt. 2 and 1, 1 and 2. What I get? 4 ANZACS. Oh, 2014, but 2 2017s. Yeah, that's the 2014, didn't it? 2 2017s and that 14 because it's nice for making up a set. But 2 2017 ANZACS, that's really good. Then I got 2 large and 2 small design varieties there on the 2003. So 4 varieties because they're variety of each other, but there's 2 varieties to collect, the small and the large. So large, small, but that's a set, so I've got 2 sets there now, put in with that. So there's 2 sets there for them. Then what else do I get? Rabbit ears, tiny rabbit ears, tiny one on the 2016 and really good nick. The 2009, I'm going to keep them to check the ones and show you the 3 that I found on there. And then a U and a S. AUS, missing the A for the set of them. So yeah, that's pretty good, not bad for 220. Yeah, so what I get, 5, 10, 15, 17, about 6%, 7% turnover for that. Yep, that's better than average. 3 to 5 is the average. What, over 25 years for me of everything and anything that you will find in there. Errors, not made for circulation, varieties, curios, all that is all in that what I've done, and 3 to 5%. So anything more than 5, you're doing good. So it's a good day. And yeah, that's about 6-7% somewhere there. Well, 10%, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 17, 10% is 22, so around the 7, 8, that's good. You know, anything higher than 5, you're doing good. Anything around 8, that's good. Anything higher than, you're doing brilliant, you know. But out of that percentage for finding that one coin that is like, you know, the blowout coin, we're talking about 0.1 to 0.3%. So 1 in $1,000 roughly is what you'll find. So that mule, you know, that's technical. It could be more, could be 1 in $10,000, but that's the average that I've got for the coins that outright sell straight away. The ones that, wow, didn't expect that, you know, your Millennium 2000 in Q's flag and that's about 0.1 to 0.3% of what you're checking. Anyway, that's my stats over 25 years, and they're sticking true at the moment. Everything's sticking true there. So I'm happy with that, no probs. Any jump outs? Well, they're rotates, you know. They've got to be the best every time. I don't care how many I find. They're a rotate. You know, when you put a name to something and you're selling and what it is, the rotate overlaps everything here. Everything. There's nothing that even compares to it, and yet they're not selling. And no one's caught on, but they are the primo finds. Those three rotates there, and the rest top stuff. They're all in that. They'll all go into something. Got a couple of sets of these, you know. So yeah, excellent. No problems at all. 17 coins, 17 bucks, and again, you know, you can take them down and spend them anytime you like. Very nice. No, let me just catch up here. Yeah, if I worked at the Mint, I swear, yeah, I could be a real hindrance to everybody finding their coins. Yeah, a bit tenacious, mate. Yeah, if I got a job, I'd do it 100%. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'd do it 100% every time. I can't do anything less than that. So, yeah, I'd be pretty hard-nosed about stuff getting out, I can tell you now. And because I know where to look and what to look for, ooh, yeah, you could have a hard time getting them. So yeah, so the Mint one's quality control. I reckon if they couldn't hire anyone better than me, mate, get in there, know the stuff, and I put 100% into the job. Yeah, one every 2 weeks. Yeah, 1 in 1,000. Yeah, but no, it's not $1 in $1,000. It's 1 in 1,000 $2,000 coins that have gone through your hand. So you have to understand it. When I give you those odds, it's not 1 in $1,000. I should make it clear. It's 1 in 1,000 of those coins passing through your hand. See, these ones, I have 5 of them pass through my hand, and I find a rotate. Okay? The 2001 rotate coin, you need to pass 250 to 350 2001s through your hand, and you should find 1 on the average. That's my average for them. So when I say the amount, it's not dollars, it's the individual coin amount. So you need 1,000 2000s to go through your hand. All right? That's where you got to do tens of thousands of dollars. I did 100 and what I do in that 12 months. Up to now, let's say up to now 18 months, I've done about $180,000 of $1 coins. No, that was the $2 coins. Sorry, that was as twos. $1, I don't know, 100,000 $1 coins. I've gone through. I haven't got a mule. All right. So it's the coin itself. Not I wish $1,000 would give me a mule. Yeah. No, it's you know, 1,000, 2,000 $1 coins through your hand, and 0.1 to 0.3% chance that you will find a mule in there. And then 250 to 350 2001s, in this case, every 5 at the moment. You know, yeah. So it's like that. Coins that can't fall into that situation, like maybe the 2019 there, because you can't have them, you can't have 1,000 of them pass through you. Well, you can every other letter. I just realised, yeah, because I'm looking for O and I haven't got the O for Outback, and I had like 10 of them and I took them to the bank and now I need one. But anyhow, so yeah, it's the actual coin itself is what that's the amount of coins that you need through your hand. And it's only a guideline. Everything's a guideline because nothing works like that, you know. Tats Lotto's 40 million to 1. Somebody goes and buys a ticket for the first time, bang, first prize. They didn't have to wait, you know. They didn't need 40 million tickets to be put on before they got one. Anyway, still luck of the draw. So I'm going to shoot off. I've had a good day, good morning, looking there. Just writing out my tapas. I can't spell, you know, I'm a real horrible writer, typer. Yeah, I'll just put that there. Have a great day, everyone, and thanks for dropping in again and keep me company. And yeah, real good. And I'll be posting all your stuff out, Christine, when I go down the bank and take these, so that'll be out today. And Julie's, so set of dinos to you, dollar dinos you, Julie, and Snapper, and then Michael will be getting his stuff with your stuff. Yes. Okay, thanks very much, muchly appreciated. And also I found out I don't need to use all my lights as much. I can drop them down. Yeah. Michael's strutting around like a peacock, eh? Well, get a feather duster, stick it down his pants, get him doing that and send a photo. Now I've got to go think. Somebody calling me. Oh, you know what it is? I've got a dove on the roof. They're noisy bloody things. The wood pigeon. Stupid things. Yeah. All right, ta-da. I'm going to go. Have a good day, and I've got to go down and put these coins in, and well, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be grabbing some more. Oh, yeah, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget. Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, I tell you, hit the thumbs up. More like tell everyone to watch the videos. That'd be good. Yeah. So anyway, I'll catch everybody later, and have a great day. Yeah. All right, ta-da. Bye-bye for now.